This is the Battlegrounds. We're at about 152nd Street and Amsterdam Avenue in Manhattan. And this is where I first really started playing competitive basketball with the guys in the neighborhood. It's kind of like, I don't know, the front pool table in a pool hall, so to speak, in that, you know, a lot of people would come by here and watch us as we played, and things got very competitive. And I'd learned how to really just try and win every time, and it was very important to look good out here in front of all the folks. And this was just our little place where we competed. I think it got the name the Battlegrounds from the fact that in those old gang war days, there was 1 or 2 gang fights in here, and it got the name the Battlegrounds, and that name stuck from that point on. Being a baseball fan in my part of Manhattan was quite common, but being a Dodger fan was not common. I lived right near the Polo Grounds in Yankee Stadium, and I was a Dodger fan, which meant I had to take a whole lot of crap from a whole lot of people, but I endured it. I really got to get into the Dodger mystique because of Jackie Robinson and just all the courage and competitiveness that he showed. I think his competitive style really affects me to this day, insofar as he was always very quiet and contained, but inside he was totally concentrated and very competitive. You could feel it coming off of him, but he never gave into any outward displays of anger or passion. He was always had it all under wraps. It was here at St. Jude's that I really first became aware of myself as a black person. It was kind of a situation where we had one of the kids in school had a Polaroid camera and brought it to class and took a picture of all the kids standing in the back of the classroom. And it was then that I realized that I was the only black kid. Up until then, I felt like just one of everyone else, but from that picture, I realized I didn't look like everybody else, and it kind of stuck with me. This is the gym that I played basketball in when I was in elementary school. And it was on this court that I got my first dunk shot. I think I was in the 8th grade, early in the 8th grade. I had a game, and our guard, Patrick Doris, flipped me a real nice pass on the fast break, and I was able to jam it. I think I was shocked as much as everyone else, but it was quite an experience. It's something I still remember very vividly today. We'd push all the chairs out of the way and practice after school, and then sometimes we'd have to push the chairs back. The custodian, Mr. Kelly, used to let me come in and practice a little bit because he knew I'd be conscientious about getting the chairs back in place and not screwing up the arrangement for mass, because they had to use the gym for mass, bingo, and any other activities, school assemblies and stuff like that. But it was all right here in this gym, and it's really neat coming back and seeing that it's pretty much in the same shape. I wore number 33 because that was a number that one of my favorite football players, Mel Triplett of the New York Giants, he wore number 33. And when we got our new uniforms, I decided that that would be my number. And also my mother felt it was a good number according to her mystical numerology. She figured that would be a good number for me to wear. When I got to be about 6'8" in the 8th grade, basketball seemed to be the right sport for me just because of my physical gifts. And it kept on getting more obvious as I grew taller in the 9th grade, where I went up to 6'11". As I grew taller and taller, I really became a lot more withdrawn because people started to approach me just to ask me how tall I was, or people who knew anything about basketball began to realize that, you know, I might be a talented player. And I had people that I didn't know, perfect strangers, expressing an interest or asking a question, and it really put me on kind of a defensive frame of mind, and I really started to withdraw within myself a lot more so than I had when I was younger, and that wasn't a real big part of my life. The summer between my freshman and sophomore years, I did a lot of improving. The next thing you know, we were We were picked to do well. Nobody knew how well. We played in a postseason tournament. In my freshman year, we won that tournament. I think we won 6 games in that tournament to win it. And then from that point on, we won 71 straight games through my sophomore, junior, and senior year, terminating with a loss to DeMatha in my senior year.